Angry birds, a group of round, triangular, and square birds who are angry because some green pigs stole their eggs. Transformers, a bunch of alien robots from a planet called Cybertron, who can transform themselves between a robot form and a vehicle form. Two very different things, right? Now what if we grab the robot and slap the fucking bird on top? Then you'd get Angry Birds Transformers. Throughout the years, Angry Birds has had a lot of weird crossovers, like Angry Birds and Duolingo, Angry Birds Cheetos, Angry Birds and Cult of the Lamb, Angry Birds and Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm kidding. Then we have Angry Birds Transformers, which, based on its name, you might think it was gonna be some cool game where you go around shooting robotic pigs and breaking stuff. But no, that's not gonna be the game. In reality, it's kinda mid actually. In 2014, Rovio partnered with Hasbro, which is the company behind Transformers, to make a game using the characters and the universe of Transformers. Then they teamed up with Exgiant, the same people that made Angry Birds Go and Angry Birds Trilogy, to start making the game. And based on some of the early concept art, the game was actually going to be a racing game. I mean, it was gonna be made by the same people who made Angry Birds Go after all, and that game was great. Up until the 2.0 update.
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm gonna open up a hospital.
Now this whole thing could have just been a Transformers game that didn't have any connections with Angry Birds. But imagine the level of success that these two massive franchises would have if they somehow mixed them together. So they made Angry Birds Transformers, and the way they did it is just so freaking smart. In the Transformers universe, there are two primary factions, the Autobots and the Decepticons. And in Angry Birds Transformers, we have Autobirds and Deceptihogs. That is some genius naming if you think about it. But what is Angry Birds Transformers? Some may say it's a shoot 'em up game, some may say it's a run and gun game, because you run and you gun. But in reality, Angry Birds Transformers does not exist. Angry Birds Transformers has one of the most boring gameplay loops in existence. Now, don't get me wrong, 8-year-old me has 200 hours on this. But now, I've grown up. I've seen a booby or two. I have played many games, most of which have a lot of action. And for my stupid brain, there just isn't enough stuff to keep it entertained here.
Repeat back anything that's said to me. Are you gonna say, like, anything else?
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
In the game, you choose your character, play a randomly generated level, get money, upgrade your characters, and the cycle repeats. Now, is there enough enemy variety? Nope. Do the structures in every level look and feel the same? Yes. Are there multiple environments? Yeah, but there's only like 4 in total. There's honestly a lot of wasted potential here, because some of the footage from the early versions show things like multiple lanes, a different type of enemy, and stuff that who knows why were never added to the final game. Because this game just runs out of stuff to show you after like 1 hour of playing it. But aside from the boring gameplay loop, the rest of what this game has is really good. Like the character designs. Well, the character designs are so good.
Sheikh is buying a Bugatti haram.
They were originally gonna have the bears to be alongside the Transformers, but then they changed it so the bears are the bots themselves. And there certainly is variety here. In total, this game has around 100 different characters, some big, some small, some cooler than others, and most of them have their own weapon types, which is really cool. That being said, not all of these characters are good. As a matter of fact, most of them are pretty dogshit compared to a small group of them. But almost every character in the core Angry Birds group is present here. like Red as Optimus Prime, Chuck as Bumblebee, Terrence as Heatwave, Hal as Grimlock. And of course, we also have the pigs, like King Pig as Megatron, Chef Pig as Soundwave, Foreman Pig as Lockdown, and Corporal Pig as Galvatron. There are also some less famous characters like Silver from Angry Birds 2 and Zeta from the Angry Birds movie. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that every time you upgrade them, they also change visually. Now let's talk about the animations, which are just holy shit. Every single animation, from the idle animations, to the entering animations, to the transforming animations, is just a piece of art. It's just super satisfying to transform into a truck, or a car, or a plane. No! One thing that I just have to talk about is the soundtrack. And it's safe to say this game has some of the best tracks out of any Angry Birds game. A mix of electronic, rock, and yeah, that's pretty much it. One of the composers for this game is Vince DiCola, who has also made songs for Transformers the movie and Rocky IV. And this guy just cooked in the studio. So let's see what other stuff this game has. Well, there's a battle pass, there's a gacha system, there are events which are just taken over by bots and cheaters, and yeah, those exist. When Angry Birds Transformers came out, people liked it, reviewers liked it, and up until 2020, Rovio also liked it, since it's one of the only games that also survived 2019, which was the year Rovio removed all of their classic games, if you didn't know. And then came 2020 and the version 2.0 update. They just fucking suck at 2.0 updates, don't they?
Watch the fucking webbed foot wanking fucking wing ass!
Version 2.0 introduced the War Pass, where you choose a side between Deceptihogs and Autobots and start grinding for the rewards. Now, not only this sucked, but it also started the death of the game. Each season lasts for around 45 days and introduces 2 new characters. And so far, they have been somewhat consistent with it. However, there are many problems. First of all, after a couple of seasons, they just stopped making original characters with new mechanics. And in some seasons, you would see a new model for a character, but now, all they do is just neonify everything. Like the current season has Blue Streak and Flame War Neon, which are the same characters but with a neon texture. You better give them the $20 for it. But bad updates are still updates. The bigger problems are the bugs and glitches, the crappy optimization, the lack of content, and the cheaters and bots. As I'm recording this video, there are many modded versions of this game that also run on the main server. Sometimes you can also see someone with a little too high of a score in the events leaderboards, which are just bots or fucking cheaters. And the more that time has passed, the worse this game has become. This game has been dead for almost 5 years, which is like half of its lifetime. And there are of course many other bugs and glitches that pop up here and there, but what can we do? I personally just downloaded an older version of the game that runs better than the new one, which is just pathetic. Now, to be fair, my phone is dog water. What is happening? Why is the game pausing itself? Stop pausing the fucking game! Why is this happening? Why is the game pausing itself? Which is why you should like the video and subscribe so I can buy more crap. A new phone. All in all, Angry Birds Transformers used to be a masterpiece. It's still playable, but almost nobody remembers it, and it just continues to exist. A forgotten masterpiece with so much wasted potential. It's still not too late for Rovio to save this game, but I don't think even Rovio themselves know that this game exists.